What's going on in the tunnel, fans? We back for another great week. Got my co-host back from the road. You back, bro? How you feeling?
I'm happy to be back.
Nice.
Tell the truth. What's up, H-Town? Happy to be back. Been a rough week. Been real rough. Talk about that, about your hometown. Had me snowed in, but we'll talk about it.
That's okay. It's always a good time in detail. Yeah. So in the tunnel, fans, go on our social media. Go to YouTube. Subscribe, go to our Instagram page, In the Tunnel Sports Media. Obviously, check out our TikTok, our Facebook. What am I missing? Twitter /X, IG, all that good stuff. So
all in the tunnel.
This is one of the very few live shows. So hit us in the chat. Let us know how you feel about some of our topics. If you want us to talk about something specific, we can make an audible, because that's what we do over here.
That's right.
You might have noticed we got a little bit of a different background today. We're over here at Sweet Lips Cigar Lounge, 3932 Old Spanish Trail in historic 3rd Ward, Texas. So make sure you come check us out, swing by. We're going to be here a little bit after the show. We're going to try to do a better job of letting you know where we're going to be. This is a special Friday edition, because my boy was on the road I'm going to get the update just like you guys getting the update on what's going on in the world of college football with the Shrine game and the Senior Bowl. But we're going to start off. NFC Championship game, bro. Seattle beat the Rams 31-27. What you think?
Well, I picked Seattle to go to the Super Bowl, but also, when I hated to see the Bears lose.
Yep.
But I knew that game would be a better matchup with the Rams, and it came down to the wire.
Okay.
It was a hell of a game. But, I was the one knocking Sam Darnold. I guess sometimes it takes years to get it right. And what has he done, and Smith, the kid from Austin, he ball out. Seattle defense just unreal. Them and the Texans got the best defense in the league. And that's part of them getting where they at today. And, hey, them boys, that was a hell of a game. For sure. I think Sam Darnold learned from last year when he was in Minnesota with the Vikings. He don't have to try to win the game. When you got a defense like that, you just got to make sure you don't get a game away. Yeah, you manage
it. A la Cole Ridge, Bernard Stroud the fourth, leading the playoffs still with turnovers. How you going to have 5 fumbles in a game and then turn around and have, 4 interceptions and a half? I digress. I'm sorry. Let's go. Let's move on.
Let's move on. We want to get started on Cole Ridge, Bernard Stroud the fourth.
You mean a la garbage? Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
So, obviously, Darnold, 3rd round overall pick in 2018. This is his 15. So, You know what? It's taken him a minute to get to the point where he's at now. He's gone through his bumps in the road, started off with the Jets. And he was garbage with the Jets. You got to call it what it was.
No, he was hard. I didn't like him out of college, truth to be told.
I liked him out of college.
Yeah, because every time, to me, he dropped back. I went to a couple of games at USC when he was there. It's like he just dropped back, don't read. He was so happy feet. And I thought he was just overrated because, one thing about USC quarterbacks, they get so much hype, which they had a lot of good ones come out of there, but they also had a lot of ones was a bust and wasn't even good to me coming out of USC. And that's how I looked at him. So I wasn't surprised when he came in the league. But a lot of times, it's all about good system, what he do during the offseason. And I guess he handled his business because Frisco, he played pretty good, but went to Minnesota, went to another level. Now he's with Seattle. And like I said, I know Minnesota fired a GM today. They trying to blame him getting rid of Donald, but that's a whole nother subject. I don't know the whole lowdown. I know it just happened. We don't know the whole lowdown. But at the end of the day, he did what he's doing. Some people still don't want to give him credit. He ain't won a Super Bowl. I think he got to the Super Bowl, though. And he had one bad game this year. It was against the Rams, I think, early in the season.
Right.
And it was horrible. But he came back and made it up, and, hey, it is what it is.
We got somebody in the chat already said Seattle, they went in the Super Bowl. So I got to agree with him.
I got to
agree with him. You know what? It's going to be tough. But we're going to talk about game time predictions versus New England in just a second. So if you take the Darnold route,
right,
5 teams, he was drafted in 2018. This is 2026. It took Darnold to get himself right. Cole Ridge, Bernard Stroud, the fourth, has been in the league 3 years. So that means it's going to be another 4 years where you expect to get a decent game out of that cat. Texans, you going to hold on? You going to hold on to that garbage for 4 more years?
I can't see him doing what Donald did. First of all, one thing about Donald, he had his ups and downs, but he hung in there.
Yeah.
Because he got guts. Football is toughness, guts, and mental. That boy ain't got none of that. And H-Town Vic is taking it so personal. Like, man, you got to get over it. And if he don't step it up next year, he in trouble. And I really think that GM need to have the pressure on him, too. Listen, man, the guy have fits at practice. And they let him have his way. That's the problem. But nobody can't say nothing to the quarterback. Only person I can see can say something is Will Anderson. And Will been having his back. But, Will, you got to pull that boy to the side.
Yeah, you got to get.
Because you the man. You are the future Hall of Famer.
Here's what I'm gonna say to the Texans, Texas management, Texans fans. Here's your new mantra. Here we go right here. I'm gonna make sure we're looking at each other. Just say no, Stroud gotta go. Just say no, Stroud gotta go. If you want to win, just say no, Stroud gotta go. So,
but here's my thing. Gerard Johnson, Coach Gerard Johnson, my little homie, they can't blame him, and it makes him look bad. Because Gerard is a hell of a quarterback coach. He was private quarterback coach for a lot of kids in the city before he got on in the NFL. And you can't blame him. And I'm understanding the owner did come out and say good things about Gerard, like he had Gerard back. Because, they're going to find somebody to blame. You can't blame Gerard. Coleridge is just soft. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, I mean, they're keeping the offensive coordinator, so there's going to be some continuity.
I'm talking about the quarterback coach.
I know.
That's who need to go.
But, Noel,
quarterback
here's
coach,
my thing.
Quarterback coach is good. My thing is this. Gerard had an interview, my understanding, last week with the Dolphins. Mm-hmm. He had an interview with Philly. We can stay in-house. Why y'all didn't want to hire him as the OC? Y'all always want to run against somebody from New England. The GM from New England and OC from New England. They under Belichick. Belichick get himself together. You don't get them guys prepared. They both horrible. They both need to go.
Well, there's something to be said for continuity, and we don't want to give Coleridge, Bernard Shaw IV the excuse of saying, I had 3 coordinators in 3 years. That's why I didn't do a good job.
But you heard what Gruden said. Somebody on the show, he said, blame the offensive line. You can't keep blaming everything.
I know.
First of all, I went to the first game of the season just to evaluate him. He on a 2-yard line, 4 downs, and you didn't audible one time. This guy do not know how to audible. And then you threw the ball right
Third year in the league, don't know how to audible. That's
and he
the
had
problem.
the audacity to say he a top 5 quarterback at this Rookie of the Year.
Man.
Rookie of the Year. First of all, bro.
I think he was talking about Pee Wee ball, though.
Man,
definitely not NFL.
Everybody do good their first until they get film on your butt. And like I keep telling y'all, he from Ohio State. Now, y'all thought that he was going to knock the curse out his first season. You just do not draft no quarterback at Ohio State. Now, if you play receiver in high school, play running back, anything on offense, it's good to go there because they sharp. But when it's time to go pro, quarterbacks don't do jack.
All right. So that's Patriots. Patriots beat the Broncos. Remember, before we move on, just say no. Stroud got to go. Patriots beat the Broncos in Mile High, 10-7, an ugly game, bad weather conditions, all that good stuff in the second half. Here's what I'll tell you. Once again, neither quarterback played well. Because when I say neither quarterback played well, Drake May, the winning quarterback, threw for 86 yards. And then Stedman's, the backup quarterback with the Broncos, Stidham, he threw for 133 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. So, and it was a 10-7 game. So even the backup realizes, hey, I don't have to go in there and try to win the game. I just need to go in there and make sure with a defense like the Broncos got and a defense like the Patriots got, I just got to make sure I don't go in there and lose a game.
Well, you got to manage it, but you also got to realize the way the weather was in the first half wasn't nowhere not the second half.
Right.
It was a blizzard. So you throwing for 86 yards. You can't even run. It was foggy, hard to throw. So, like you said, the main thing you got to run the ball good, manage the game real good. That weather was sloppy, and everybody thought it was going to be a cakewalk because Denver didn't have a starting quarterback playing. Even having the weather plays a role. Excuse me, weather plays a role. And I'm telling everybody, they thought Houston was just going to walk in there and beat Denver. It wasn't going to be like that. And the way that game was, man, Coleridge probably would have had 5 fumbles in, 5 interceptions. Like I said off there, they would have screwed that game up. Houston would not have won that game. Denver been in the Super Bowl. Straight up.
So that is set it up for a Seattle versus New England Super Bowl. You got a second-year head coach in the Seattle McDonald coach. You got a first-year head coach in New England, but not a first-year head coach, Vrabel. Coach in New England, got him back to the Super Bowl in year number 1.
And it's a rematch from the last time.
Yeah.
Seattle let it go. Pete Carroll lost that. That was a whole nother.
So we're going to see.
But New England quarterback, he been playing bad the last 2 games.
He's a rookie. He's a second-year player.
It doesn't matter.
He's a second-year player.
He's going to have to step it up in the playoffs.
No. That's why I'm picking Seattle.
I'm sorry, the Super Bowl.
That's why I'm picking Seattle because
step it up.
New England is not going to be able to cover up the second-year Drake May. Good player, once again, but he's a second year, and what he's done through the first couple of games of the playoffs is he's made sure that he didn't lose the game for him.
Well, if it's low scoring, New England got a shot. But I still say Seattle win.
Right.
They win by field goal, but I got Seattle all the way.
So let's talk about these coaching vacancies, man. Just as a reminder, make sure you go on YouTube, you like us, you subscribe, check us out on social media with Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, as well as our TikTok. Coaching vacancies, Atlanta, Kevin Stefanski.
Yes, man.
What you think about Stefanski going to Atlanta?
He's a good coach. He just was in Cleveland, man. He was always a good OC. You know, I thought Atlanta should look at some other people, but he's not a bad coach. This is Cleveland we talking.
So you think he's going to ball in Atlanta?
Yeah, they got a good team.
They got weapons.
The problem what was going on in Atlanta was those white coaches stuck Raheem out. And he wanted to do certain things. You'd be amazed what happened behind those. And they really was like half coaching. It was against what he was saying. And to me, they set him up from getting fired.
So you got Miami, Jeff Hafley, former defensive coordinator with Green Bay. Not a lot of people know about him, but we're going to see what they do, bringing in a defensive-minded coach. Are they going to move on from Tua, you think?
Yeah.
Tua's done there?
They got to.
So they're going to look to draft a quarterback?
There ain't no quarterback to draft. That's the thing. They might draft one late round.
I think you roll with Quinn Ewers. He's a backup last year. See how give him a season, see what he's gonna do.
I don't know about that. I don't know.
Go Horns.
They're gonna have to go find another backup.
Go Horns. Then you got the big fish.
Yeah, let's change the big
fish. The Jim Harbaugh going to the Giants.
No, that's a hell of a pickup. Jim a hell of a coach. Giants not that far off, and they got a good OC. I think the Giants gonna be all right. I think that was a real good hire.
So
I know it's the marketing is crazy. I know it's pressure.
Yep.
Because New York team, but Harbaugh be the perfect guy.
You think the Giants making playoffs next year?
Yeah, they got a shot. Yeah, got a shot.
Okay.
I spent some time with his brother at the Senior Bowl. We was talking about that.
Yeah, I saw that. You rubbing elbows with the Harbaugh.
Oh, that's
trying to get your little side gig.
Coach for the longest.
So Tennessee, Robert Saleh. Is the second time going to be his best time?
I don't know if he's going to do good. He's a good coach. I love him. He's a hell of a DC. But you got to understand, Bud Adams' daughter is crazy. Look how many coaches Tennessee been through. They'd have more coaches and quarterbacks in the last 10, 12 years.
Well, Vrabel was there for a minute, though.
Vrabel was there for a minute. They let the GM go. He was there. And at the time, they both get fired. The GM get fired. The coach get fired. That woman is crazy.
Well, she signed them checks, though. They cashing. But
you got to get the job. All of them have to do that. But you got to get the job done, too, though.
I think Saleh realized that, he can't stay out of that pool.
We don't know what happens because a lot of these guys
So you think Saleh should have went to Arizona?
This is what I'm saying. A lot of these guys get these jobs, and they can run so much. That's why Rex Ryan said he would coach college football now. He could be his own GM head coach, and he can make his calls because sometimes – they don't have no control who hired. So I don't know.
So if you were Saleh, would you go to Tennessee or Arizona?
I prefer going to Arizona because like I told that girl crazy. Arizona's a perfect job to have.
Well, Arizona's I think Arizona jumped on Saleh.
I already know who the best coach is for Arizona. Denver Broncos defensive coordinator, Vance Joseph. He coached there before. Had the defense, had a hell of a job. Kingsbury didn't know how to run when he first got home. Come on. That Van be the perfect guy for the Cardinals job.
So
and hire some black coach. This unemployment line, I ain't never seen it this long.
Well, if they go get Vance Joseph, then I'm gonna give a plug for my boy Van Malone. Bring him in as defensive coordinator for the Broncos.
Van is good coaching DBs. Let him stay at DBs.
Man,
I know you saying Texas. Come on.
no.
You don't
Man,
have no
he got the DBs balling. Give him a
okay,
shot.
then let him say no.
Give him a shot. Give him a shot.
No,
Then we got
that ain't happening.
We got Jesse Minter.
That's like saying we're going to go hire Coach Duncanville high school coach. Samples
What you
as
know
a
about
defensive
man?
coordinator.
Man been
Come on.
coaching
Anyway,
college.
what you were saying,
He been coaching college ball.
Yeah. Let them stay in college. Some people need to stay in college.
Hater.
He never even been a DC in college.
Jesse
So I ain't
Minter.
going to be a DC in the league, man.
Jesse Minter,
Could be in
Baltimore.
bias because he went to Texas.
Jesse Minter, Baltimore head coach. What you think about Jesse? That's the hardball tree. They just brought back.
Yeah.
They brought back somebody from the hardball tree. Here's the big one though.
Keep somebody know what's going on.
How you gonna fire Sean McDermott and then get Joe Brady the job? And you talking about you looking for a change?
Man, let me tell y'all something. That's a hell of a job. I love that. I love.
So you didn't like McDermott?
I love Brady.
You didn't like McDermott?
No, McDermott ran his DC out there. Blame him for everything. McDermott, full of it. You reap what you sow. That's what happened. You do people like you do people. And Coach Frazier had that defense rolling. Blame him for everything. That's a good hire. Who they hired, and he's a very, very impact. Why Broadway Joe looked like he looked, and LSU winning the championship.
Now you got Todd Monken going to Cleveland. That's his only chance, and it's definitely his last chance.
Well, you know what? I spent some time with some Cleveland scouts, and it's crazy because the guy they hired coming in, I know the owner's crazy, but it's going to be interesting what happened because you got the Sanders boy up there, and you got Deshaun Watson making his comeback.
Hold that thought. He mentioned Shedeur Sanders. We're going to give him a shout-out. Pro Bowl.
Melvin,
Shedeur Sanders.
There's no such thing as Pro Bowl no more.
What are you talking about?
That ain't nothing but flag football.
What are you talking about?
That
He
ain't
was
no
named to
Pro
the
Bowl.
Pro Bowl.
Man,
So you don't talk about the other cats being named to the Pro Bowl, not getting their flag.
Because everybody know about Pro Bowl is not the same no more.
You ain't talking about these other cats not getting their flag or going to the Pro Bowl.
As I was saying out there, because a lot of people get invited to the Pro Bowl. It's not even a Pro Bowl no more. It ain't nothing but a 707.
You don't want to give him his credit. Go ahead.
Man, I'm not about to argue about no damn Pro Bowl, about that boy going to a Pro Bowl. Because there are a lot of people
You
going
got
to
a
the
Pro
damn
Bowl quarterback in Cleveland now.
Okay.
They should have a chance.
As I was saying, at the end of the day, talk to some scouts up in Cleveland. It's going to be real interesting because this new coach coming in saying it's nobody's job. And what's going to be interesting, and I really think this is going to happen, and I really think the boy got his mind right just talking to them, comeback player of the year is going to be Deshaun Watson. And he will be the starter. He's in the best shape, body arrested. He's in the best shape. You talking about some damn Pro Bowl. Ain't no more damn Pro Bowls no more. He got to be Deshaun. Deshaun Watson will be starting next year in Cleveland. And it's going to be about, it's going to be interesting. And in humble itself, you go through your ups and downs, go through your injuries, getting his confidence back. And that's what's going to, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun to see what happens in Cleveland. Me, who I predict to start, it's going to be Deshaun Watson. Now, if Deshaun Watson if he stayed humble, wouldn't have been on that BS. And to me, I blame his representative. He had bad advice. And you're going to ask for a trade. Texas probably win Super Bowl by now.
No, you're right. You're right.
Man, come on,
I don't know
man.
why you went and asked for a trade
Now,
if he just got a big
Achilles
contract.
up. And, you know, back then when I was playing, you tell your Achilles up, it was a wrap. But now with the technology and everything, it's going to be interesting what's going to happen down there. And I think that man going to get his job back. And I think it's going to be real interesting. Because if you look at Cleveland, we laugh at the organization. They got to get an offensive line, but the defense ain't bad. Skill positions ain't bad. So it's going to be interesting. Well, you talking about this old Hollywood Pro Bowl bullshit they got now.
You got Myles
Like
Garrett.
I say, Watson's going to be, it's going to be interesting what happens. And I think Watson will get his job back. And I guarantee you, Watson get his focus on, he's going to be playing new, what they call it, comeback player of the year in the NFL.
I agree. I agree.
think it's fair as ass will.
At the end of the day, you got the all-time sack leader for one season, Myles Garrett on one side, and then you got a Pro Bowl quarterback and Shedeur Sanders on the other side. So Cleveland is set up.
Yeah,
sure.
right. Yeah.
For sure.
Pro
Pittsburgh. Mike McCarthy. Going to Pittsburgh. By the way, this is a big deviation. For most people that don't know, Pittsburgh's had like three head coaches. Chuck Knowles. Then you had what's the guy after Chuck Knowles? And then you had Tomlin. I don't know why I'm having a brain freeze. But they had three coaches in the past 50 years. And then you go hire 62-year-old Mike McCarthy, who there's no way he can stay as long as those other coaches because of where he's starting. What you think about the Mike McCarthy hire at Pittsburgh?
that was a dumb hire. I'm going to say this. A lot of my friends out there Steeler fans, and all my friends are black and Steeler fans, they all been crying about fire Mike T, fire Mike T. So no, you don't want to do that. You be careful what you ask for, like the old folks taught me growing up. Like I said this out there, we talked about it before the show. They got him fired. Look what they brought in. This old-timey, offensive-minded coach. And he's horrible. He won a Super Bowl and get fired a year later, too, after that. Then come to Dallas. Offense look totally better now. You know what I'm saying? That was a dumb hire. I couldn't believe. And I know the Steelers not known for firing their coaches, but at the end of the day, he'll be the first coach they're gonna have to fire. Watch.
So we in the chat, we got my boy Rod out of Florida checking us out. Florida State alumni, big Jaguars fan. So he said, "Go Jags." We're gonna give you that. Go Noles. We're gonna see what they're gonna do next year. Obviously, we got Kenneth Ford. He's in the chat. He said, "Facts, facts," and those facts are Shedeur Sanders is a Pro Bowl quarterback for sure. So with that being said, and
there's
by
no
the
such
way,
thing Pro Bowl, man. You ain't did nothing in the season.
Facts.
Yeah. In facts, he won't be starting next year.
So the two
facts.
The two jobs that's gonna be open, that's still open right now, is Arizona and Vegas. Which one of those jobs is most appealing?
I like that Cardinals job. I told you, hire Van Joseph. Van Joseph, that's who to hire.
So you don't want to go to Vegas and work with Tom Brady?
Man, Tom Brady got a percentage. Tom Brady broadcasting games. Cause I don't know what's going to happen. I really don't know what's going to happen in Vegas because they got a lot of confusion in that front office too.
Okay.
Al Davis' son don't know what the hell he doing.
All right. So this is the point of the show where I'm going to sit back and chill a little bit if I can, because we're going to get hot off the presses the take of the Shrine game, that happened in Dallas last week. We call it the Snow Bowl because it's always snowing during that time.
Oh, my God.
And then you got the Senior Bowl that was in Mobile, Alabama, that happens every year. You got all like owners, scouts, GMs, coaches. They all, go to Alabama, go to the Senior Bowl, and to try to find the next great Shedeur Sanders. So go ahead, take it away. What you got, brother? Give us an update.
Why don't you say somebody like Deshaun Watson?
What's wrong
anyway,
with legendary?
Man, this boy ain't did nothing. He did nothing at Colorado. Anyway, it was crazy because I got snowed in. And, oh my God, it was cold in your hometown. Couldn't have fun, but I was up there on business. But then I wanted to see a little pleasure because I had to see my family and friends up there. I couldn't see them because of the snow and everything. Cold as hell. But anyway, Medical Lawrence, a defensive end outside linebacker from Central Florida, is a guy to watch. That was the best defensive player there to me. Of course, the Jacks get out of Florida State, but Medical come from where he come from. This guy, he put on the show. Give a shout out to his godfather, who's one of the best D-line coaches to me in the country. He'd be at a P4, definitely be the lead coach soon. Coach Street, Ralph Street, been doing a hell of a job working with him, getting ready to get him prepared, and it paid off. This kid projected to go late first. I think he's gonna pull up in the first round. And remember the name, Medical Lawrence, defensive end outside linebacker.
What school?
He's out of Central Florida.
Central Florida, okay.
Yeah, from Louisville, Kentucky. Offensive kid, he worked hard. He really did good to me. It's the hometown boy, a kid named Dylan Bell. Dylan Bell from Georgia University, went to Kincaid High School. He's a hard worker, and he's gonna be something to watch. I think in that draft. And he had my boy Will Thomas, my homie I grew up with. Is Noah Thomas, his son, actually another Georgia receiver.
Okay.
From Dawson High, apparently in Dawson. He had a pretty good performance too, though. But it was really impressive up there. Some good players up there. Very competitive. Gibbon, South Carolina State defense back. They had a lot of good things going up there. Good coach. So it was pretty good up there. Senior Bowl, I really was impressed with this kid named Charles Dimmons. Charles Dimmons, watch him tomorrow. If you watch the Senior Bowl, he's a defensive back out of Mesquite High School. And West Mesquite, one of the Mesquite's high schools. But he's from Mesquite.
He's from Dallas area.
The kid started playing football his senior year. He was running track.
Okay.
And the kid can run. He long. And he was the biggest sleeper there at that Senior Bowl on defense. And this kid, hey, he really impressed me. Great off the field. The kid want to be a family counselor. You know, he talked to me about how I spent time with him. Told me he saved some friends' lives was going to kill themselves on his team. Very impressive kid. And this kid he's going to definitely pull up, I think, in the first round. He's a kid I really was impressed with him on off the field. Now, the kid out of Arkansas, Tyron Green, really, the quarterback, was at Boise State from Arkansas, from Louisville, Texas. He showed off, too. He did a hell of a job. He did a lot of improvement, I saw. I was really impressed with at the practice. Because one thing about the game, it's great when you play good in the game, but it's about the practice.
It's about the practice.
Yeah.
So they can see what you're really all about.
Yeah.
So you want to shout out to your people before they leave? They got to run.
All right, kid. All right, nephew. Hey, man. Enjoy, y'all. Come back. We're going to talk.
We're going to see Kenneth on the show real soon.
Yeah, for sure.
Pilot.
My boy the pilot. Ain't too many brothers pilots.
Former B-ball player.
Yeah.
On the collegiate level. So we appreciate y'all joining the live show today.
All right.
Take care.
All right. Yeah.
So anything else before we anybody else you want to shout out?
It is
from the Senior Bowl or the Shrine Game.
Anybody? Oh yeah, I mean it was just
any. You don't have to tell us where it came from, but any scoop from like coaches or scouts of like you know different trends that we're seeing or not seeing. Anything you feel like you want to let the audience know? We may give us a little heads up on.
Well, I mean, just a lot of changes going on. This is. I'm getting the inside on certain things, certain organizations. I really can't talk about. I can save it for next week.
Okay.
I know we're going to be in the combine about to come up.
Yep.
So we got a lot that we could be digging in that right after all that.
Okay. Cool.
I definitely be in the building.
Before we hop into a real hot topic, title of the show, Hall of Shame, y'all going to know why. Let's touch on some NBA real quick. Greek Freak has let the Bucks know that he's okay with moving on from the only team he's ever played for, that he brought an NBA championship to. He feels like it's his time to move on. What you think about that?
Well, I knew this was going to happen. I love to see Houston get him, but we're going to have to give up too much. We got a good team. I don't know if he's going to be worth it. And then you were saying New York was in a favor. They really ain't got nothing to give up.
Well, New York they got some players. They got some players for sure that they can give up.
Yeah.
They can give up for sure. So with that being said, come on through, man. Get your stick. You good? We good. You good? We over here at once again we over here at Sweet Lips Cigar Lounge in historic 3rd Ward, Texas, 3932 Old Spanish Trail. So come check us out if you're in the area. Say hello to us. The live show, all that good stuff. So with that being said, yeah, Houston would have to give up too many pieces. The Knicks can actually. They said everybody's open. Cat Towns. They'll trade him. They'll trade Bridges. Everybody. They'll trade Ojinobi. They'll trade everybody other than Bronson to go ahead and get the Greek Freak. And I think that would be a good trade. I think it's time for Karl Anthony Towns to get a new environment. All that good stuff. He's not playing like he did a couple years ago. He's not motivated. I think his feelings are hurt that they were looking to trade him. Some of these cats get extra sensitive from that standpoint. So this weekend, this Saturday, I'll be in the house. My boy Cooper Flagg in Dallas just went for 49. He's bringing that to Houston on Saturday.
It ain't happening.
To Houston on Saturday. To shock the world, Dallas coming into Houston.
It ain't happening.
To spank these Rockets once again. You heard it here from Dallas Melvin. By the way, we leading the series. We lead the series this year, so don't be shocked when we come in and we put that thing on the Rockets again.
So when we whoop that ass, you come back next week. What you gonna say?
I'll be here. I'll be here next week.
Okay.
And when we spank the Rockets. You know what? I can't wear my Inner Tunnel shirt. I'm going to have to wear my Dallas jersey, my Mavericks jersey next week. So y'all get ready. Y'all get ready for that.
Quiet too.
Y'all get ready for that. Y'all get ready for that. So we all know, and we've heard about it, before you jump in, I'm gonna give my take on it because I know you got your glasses on today, so you obviously done had you had your happy stuff before you came in because I already know you're gonna be talking crazy.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, we're talking crazy, but is Bill Belichick a first ballot Hall of Famer? And we got somebody in the audience over there. Just raise your hand if you feel like Bill Belichick is the first ballot. Okay, yeah, we got somebody. We got two people in the audience over there. They talk about Bill Belichick's first ballot Hall of Famer. So let me give you a little bit of the credentials. So, in case you were wondering, like there are multiple head coaches that were first ballot Hall of Famers. Chuck Knowles, Belichick got more Super Bowls and more playoff wins. Tom Landry, historic Tom Landry, first.
Why got to be historic?
The best Dallas Cowboys coach since Jimmy Johnson was the best coach. Since before Jimmy Johnson.
On the side of your neck, man.
He was a first ballot Hall of Famer. Don Shula, the coach that has the only true undefeated team from beginning to Super Bowl, is a first ballot Hall of Famer. By the way, guess what? Bill Belichick has got more Super Bowls and more playoff wins than all of those coaches. And you telling me he's not a first ballot Hall of Famer?
No, he's not.
Go ahead and get off your drug.
No, he's not. Because
tell me your real drug problem.
Okay, you know why them guys became Hall of Fame up before him? Because they didn't cheat. Is Pete Rose in the Hall of Fame? He should be in the Hall of Fame. No, because he was gambling. Belichick got caught so many times. The last time he got caught was in 19 when him and Tom Brady were fooling with the balls and everything. So, I mean, at the end of the day, I don't want to hear no stuff about it. He got caught. Yeah, he got caught. So when you get caught like that, some of the things he did, the reasons why he won some of them Super Bowls by cheating, that's why he didn't get in the Hall of Fame. And that's why they're going to take their time putting him in the Hall of Fame. That's the only thing I'm trying to tell you. Y'all look at that.
So we here in historic Third Ward, Texas, in Houston, the home of the cheating Astros. So you telling me none of them going in the Hall of Fame either then? Because Altuve, one of the best second basemen ever, was on both of those teams that was bona fide, proven, cheating multiple times. So he ain't going to the Hall of Fame either then.
Calm down, Melvin. First of all, them cheating, them plus, they had nothing to do with it. The guy ain't going to never go to the Hall of Fame. He's not in the Hall of Fame right now. A former Astros is, what's his name? Clemens. Roger Clemens not in the Hall of Fame. What's his name?
They was banging on trash cans, giving signals.
At the end of the day, Barry Bonds not in the Hall of Fame. McGuire, everybody cheated, is not in the Hall of Fame. It ain't got nothing to do with no color. If you cheat, go ahead and speak up. Yeah, exactly. He's cheat. That's cheating. You see what I'm saying? That's cheating. My bad. When you think I thought you was talking about skin. Yeah, my bad. But if you cheat, you just not getting in the Hall of Fame. It ain't. Are they going to give you a hard time getting in there? I feel Pete Rose did pay his dues. He went to prison. He still should be in the Hall of Fame, but they not letting him in. And when you do crimes and when you cheat and get caught up, that's what happens. So that's why he's not in the Hall of Fame. That's why I think he don't deserve to go to the Hall of Fame, because he was cheating. And then people always say, well, he just got caught. Well, he was just a dumbass got caught. Because at the end of the day, I'm sure a lot of teams was doing that. They just didn't get caught. He got caught and he won multiple Super Bowls. So come on now.
So because he cheated and was smart enough to use the information to win, all these other teams was
filming other
cheating.
team signals. Come on, man.
They do that every day. Now, why you think the offense coordinator, when he's calling plays, he got the thing over his mouth? Every single play caller in the league. Show me a game. That's why they got over their mouth.
That's why a guy I was hanging with a day ago. That's why he would not coach college football again. Harbaugh. Because Michigan really cheated their championship. I hate to say it, but it's the truth. Anytime you do all that, hey, if you get caught, that's what happened. And you got to pay the price. So that's why he's not in the Hall of Fame. Barry Bonds, that's why he's not in the Hall of Fame. And the crazy thing about Barry didn't have to deal with that stuff later on. You know, he got old. He was already natural. McGuire, he'll never get in the Hall of Fame. Like I said, Roger Clemens will never get in the Hall of Fame. Plunkett went on to admit he did it. You know, so that's why he's having a hard time getting in the Hall of Fame. Now, what drugs you been smoking? Because you know them people don't play when it come to cheating.
So
I rest my case, Julius.
At the end of the day,
now you see why.
So now you.
At first you looked at me, Julius. I want to get.
So now you tell me. Go ahead,
Julius. I want to get your opinion because I know you was right along with Melvin. Look at me crazy. Why he's not in the Hall of Fame? I say he shouldn't go, and the reason why he didn't go. Now you understand. What's your opinion on it? On my opinion, what I'm saying. They didn't take the rings away. It was too late to do that. But here's the thing. They taking that Hall of Fame away. And that's a big honor.
I mean.
And then they found out things later on. Then the playoffs was going. And like I say, he was still doing it. He got caught with 15, 14, 6, all that. And he get caught 19 with them balls. And Tom Brady it might take him a minute to go to the Hall of Fame.
So you don't think Tom Brady's the first ballot Hall of Famer?
Because he's part of that. He was down with him with that.
Ty Law was on that team too.
Ty Law had nothing to do with that.
How you nothing to do with his team?
Ty Law don't play quarterback. See what you tripped me out on.
No. Hold on. Let me finish. So you telling me once they got the information and gave it to the defense that they knew, by the way, them defensive players were studying the same film they still know that was stolen, and them defensive players are in the Hall of Fame right now. They good.
First of all, Melvin.
Come on, man.
That don't got nothing to do with the players. Only one player has something to do. If you are doing crazy cheating and you got quarterbacks got the ball the whole game. So that's why Tom Brady getting pointed at. Ty Law don't play quarterback. Only time Ty Law touched the ball, which he have a lot, fumbles and interceptions. It took a lot of him to the house. At the end of the day, he don't throw the football.
I'm not saying Tom
Brady knew them balls was messed up, and you're a part of that. It's like you hang with the wrong crowd. You could be innocent. You got to run behind the wrong person. So any player going to suffer, will get punished from New England, it would be Tom Brady with the coach because you was throwing the balls. Andrew Luck like, what the hell's wrong with my ball? He got his ball that game. What the hell? They played coach. He like, what is wrong with why my ball flat?
So you going to punish him because he won in New England.
Tom Brady knew what was going on.
Hold on.
He knew what was going on.
Hold on. He won Super Bowls after that, went to a whole nother team and organization that won Super Bowls after that. So you telling me he shouldn't go in because the equipment guy was handling the ball?
Can I ask y'all a question?
Come on.
Did Roger Clemens play here? Did Roger Clemens leave here and play somewhere else and won it? Did Barry Bonds play two places? They all go to other teams. But if you cheat and do something in one organization, that ain't got nothing to do with what you did in the next organization. That ain't got nothing to do with it.
But here's what I tell you.
It's dirty.
With Clemens,
he's very dirty.
With Clemens, did his physique change when he came from Boston and from the Yankees to Houston? He looked exactly the same. He continued to do whatever he was doing.
Like my man back there say, he was on steroids. That's illegal.
All I'm saying is,
Melvin, it's illegal. You can get kicked out the league taking steroids. So at the end of the day, you're not gonna get your props for cheating. You think you're getting away with it? Like Julius said, you won a Super Bowl.
Like a lot of people say,
but you ain't getting that yellow jacket.
If you ain't trying, you ain't cheating. You ain't trying.
Yeah, but if you
push the envelope. Push the envelope, and the bad part about it is...
my motto is this: if you get caught, you're going to pay for it. And you got an opportunity to get a gold jacket. Because nothing like getting a gold jacket in your career. You know gold jackets, you know what they do for a living? They go around speaking engagements, getting paid like $20,000 to over $100,000.
Hold on for a second. The whole Deflategate thing was not cheating.
The what?
With the balls, that wasn't cheating.
Yeah, it was. The ball was flat. That was cheating.
They had
when you play a game,
hold on, let me finish.
Got the home team, got the balls.
Let me finish. Let me finish.
Balls.
Let me finish. And the reason why I say it's not cheating.
Well, they said it was cheating. That's what you say.
No.
And that's why he's not in the Hall of Fame.
No. Let me finish. The reason why I say it's not cheating because the NFL changed the rules for kickers and for the different teams where your balls they get all the balls right because they used to say,
Melvin, not the way they had them flat.
Can I finish?
Go ahead, man.
So they used to say we got to use different balls for the kickers because the quarterbacks will rub them down, all that good stuff. So now if that stuff happened, it's qualified as
Melvin,
cheating.
the balls was flat, Melvin. Take the L. You're not gonna win. That's why you're not in the Hall of Fame. Take the L. That ain't got nothing to do with what they do with the balls now. Them balls was flat,
Okay,
brother.
So what we gonna do? So we go next 2 years from now or next year. when Tom Brady is eligible to get in the Hall of Fame, if he gets in on first ballot, what you gonna say?
He get in, but I won't be surprised if he do get in. I won't be surprised.
So
if he don't
Brady
get
should
in.
be in, but
No,
Belichick shouldn't.
I said I won't be surprised if he don't get in.
I know, but so if Brady
that's the
gets
thing.
in, and Belichick
That's
doesn't,
the talk now. Is he gonna get in? Because they don't think he's gonna get in because of that Belichick scandal, and you part of it. Man, if you do wrong and go against the rules, that's what happens, brother.
we got people in the chat. Patrick is absolutely right. A cheater. Oh my gosh.
Hey.
Y'all, it's Friday, so I know y'all drinking. Y'all
Yeah,
drinking
life,
heavily. I know.
You can't cheat in life,
Yeah.
man. It's unfair to cheat.
Somebody else said, "Damn, Tom Brady, not a first ballot Hall of Famer." Crying. Somebody said somebody think H-Town gonna win. Houston Rockets gonna win tomorrow. I don't know about that.
They person smart.
I don't know about that, but my Mavs coming to town to spank KD.
I bet you'll wear that shirt next week.
Spank Shagoon, and show them what's up. Show them what's up for sure. So come on through if you need to go get you a stick. Check us out. Once again, my boy Charles, what's up, bro? What's up, man?
What's up, baby?
Man? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. We got, like I said, we got a live show over here at Sweet Lips Cigar Lounge, 3932 Old Spanish Trail in historic Third Ward, Texas. Before we wrap up, for sure, Truesdale. So let me sit up in my seat. Sit up in my seat for this one. So tell me, because you went to the Senior Bowl, tell me your top 3 quarterbacks coming out based off what you saw in the Senior Bowl based off of what you see in Mendoza.
It's like I really don't have one. I'm being honest with you.
You don't think any good quarterbacks coming out this year?
It's not good quarterbacks coming out this year. It's hard to rank them. Who's going to go what. And little kid out of Vanderbilt, he may be sharp, but he got heart. He was out there. There you go. He was out there doing his thing. But it's really a very weak year for quarterbacks in the draft. There's only one first rounder. And you know who that is.
Mendoza, yeah.
And I wouldn't want to go to the Raiders.
So
I can't really break nothing down yet. And that's some things we got to break down. I say right after the combine.
Okay.
The pro day, you could really see what's going on. Because right now I can't really say. Because I'm telling you, quarterbacks, it's not a good year at all.
So that means, you know what that means? Texan fans, you're going to have to suffer through with no hope in sight because you ain't going to be able to draft a young up-and-comer to sit behind.
They'll probably draft a quarterback, but it's going to be late round.
Oh, my goodness.
So you never know what happened when they get to the lead, but just coming out because you have a lot of guys might come out the woodwork. Look at Tom Brady. Look at him.
No, for sure.
He was just average Joe Blow.
I mean, look at Purdy, your boy in San Francisco.
Well, Purdy was good in college, though. You know, he was a free agent.
Yeah.
But he stepped up. I really think the kid from Vanderbilt, everybody talking about his height.
Can he be next Purdy?
It's the way they got to line him up. Because him being short, put him in a shotgun, you keep him 7-8 yards off. It's the way you got to do it, you know. And one thing Coach Hill was telling me this week, Coach at Georgia Tech was down there because he coached Doug Flutie in CFL. And that's exactly what they did with him. Dropped him back farther. So when them ends come in, they can come in the pocket dance and do what they got to do and make their throws. So there's ways you can work with short quarterbacks. And I wish we would have got Bryce Young. I'm still hot behind that.
Man, you'd be in the Super Bowl right now if you had Bryce Young the way he was playing this year. So with that being said, I mean, my Cowboys also looking for a young quarterback to develop behind Dak. Dak probably got another 3 or 4 good, solid Pro Bowl MVP type years ahead of him. So I'm definitely looking forward to that.
But next year draft will be good.
Yeah, next year.
But I don't know if the kid from Duke transferring to Miami. I don't know if he's going to come out. I wouldn't come out. A little money he making.
Well, next year, Arch coming out. Arch Manning.
I don't think Archie's going to come out. I think Archie's going to stay all his years at Texas.
Nah, he coming out after this year. He going to do two years starting. I mean,
we'll
he plays well.
We'll see.
So he plays well. So
I don't think he coming out here Manning. He don't need the money.
With that being said.
Even the kid from Miami ain't going to need the money. What they paying him, Julius.
You got anything else for us before we roll?
Man.
You got a moment or no?
I'm just happy to be home. I'm happy to be home.
He's so tired. He ain't got a Truesdale moment right now. He's so tired. He been on that road. Yeah, but that snow will get you, won't it?
I got to choose that a true moment, all right? I got to choose that a true moment is we need to make some changes in the front office in Houston. That's one thing I can tell you. I've been talking about that earlier in the show. They need to make some changes. Something got to give.
I'm telling you, they lining up.
And I just don't understand why Gerard, they never hire him as an OC to get interviews other places.
Here's what I'll say, though. Here's what I'll say. We don't sit in those rooms. Like, it's you have the qualifications. Like, so a lot of these coaches have the qualifications. But it's like anything else. When you sit in a room across from somebody, you got to make that connection, or your qualifications have to be so over the top that nobody else really has it, that they forced to hire you. So I'm not saying that these guys aren't making connections, but what I will say, and I'm just being honest, I'm not really trying to make, it's not really a race thing.
Yeah, it is sometimes. Yes, it is.
So when I'm saying, with my example, I'm not necessarily saying a race thing, because it's really about a connection thing. But it's real easy for you to connect with somebody that looks like you.
I'm going to say this.
As opposed to somebody that doesn't look like you.
I'm going to say this. Good friend of mine I've been on since I was in high school, like a mentor to me, big brother and everything. His name is Alonzo Highsmith. And congratulations, Alonzo, because he's a big impact helping New England get to the Super Bowl. We was hanging out at the Super Bowl. When he was in Green Bay, he built that team. I remember telling Alonzo about the driver and Atkins. Donald Driver and Atkins, Chris Atkins, they both was last-round picks. I forgot who went first. And I think Atkins got drafted first, so Driver got drafted. But they both were 6, 7-round draft picks.
Right.
I said, look, you got these two kids. One of them from Houston, and he's at Alcorn. Be on the lookout for him. And his kid at Kentucky State. Played with my boy Brady Bob. And he ended up drafting them guys. And those guys was real impact. He know how to put a team together. Then, of course, he moved around, but in some places he went, they wouldn't listen to him. And sometimes they don't want to listen to us because they think they're so smarter than us. Now, you know, where he's at right now, look what he done in New England. So sometimes it's a lot of drama going on over there in front office. Somebody thinking they know it all. And I know that GM think he know it all. And that's where a lot of stuff be going on at.
So, but here's my question, though. Here's my question.
He was in Cleveland. He fell out with them.
Here's my question, though. When you had a spot for as long as Tomlin was in Pittsburgh, I would like to think, and this is no knock against, everything you hear about Tomlin, great coach, great man, great human being.
But he wasn't running everything.
Hold on, let me finish. And I'm not saying he should be perfect, but you there that long, like, where's Tomlin's tree?
My thing is he's not running that thing because at the end of the day,
Tomlin's tree, though?
Here's my thing. You go hire McCarthy. That'll make sense, number one. Number two, do Mike because you got Byron Leverage. His name was hot. Hell of an OC. Played for Pittsburgh. He should be the OC.
Did he?
You got Hines
did
Ward.
He coach?
Is coaching now at Arizona State.
Did he coach at Pittsburgh, though? I'm talking about
he coached in Pittsburgh.
Hines Ward did?
Yeah, no.
Byron Leftwich?
Yes.
Well, he left there. He was quarterback coach at Pittsburgh, right?
He went to Tampa Bay, did his
thing. And now he's OC.
Won a Super Bowl, but then he was hot for a job. Jaguars was going to hire him. But now you don't hear his name no more. But my thing is, Mike T, I guarantee he had nothing to do with that hiring. Because I know he would have had sense to hire them guys.
So you telling me he was there for 19 years and didn't have the ability to bring people on and take care of people?
Like Rex Ryan said on ESPN a month ago. He said, I would love to coach college football right now. I'll be a good head coach. I think I'll be a good GM because he can run everything. Because when he was in New York, he's a defensive mind guy, a great coordinator. They wouldn't let him run the defense. They made him hire a D coordinator. He wasn't running that defense. So there'd be a lot of cricket stuff be going on behind doors because you get hired. That don't mean they're going to let you do everything.
Well, for anybody out there, that would be an interesting question for Mike Tomlin. I know some people watching our shows, you've crossed his path. You might have a chance to have a chat with him. I'd be interested to find out, Mike, where's the mentoring opportunity? Where's your coaching tree? Because you always hear about, the Bill Walsh coaching tree. You hear about and now you're hearing about the Andy Reid coaches, the McVay coaching tree.
A lot of those places, they let them run the show. Some places, they not going to let you run the show.
So Pittsburgh not letting you
run
the show?
Coach Ryan ain't running everything over there.
Oh, for sure. For sure. But he was a first-time coach. And only been there 3 years.
Sometimes people want to keep confusion down. That's why sometimes you gotta let people hang themselves. But sometimes, man, you got they bump heads. That's why people move around.
All right, hop in the chat. Check us out next week. We should be back on our regular scheduled time, Wednesday, 6 o'clock. Go to our social media, In the Tunnel Sports Media on Instagram, In the Tunnel Sports Media on Facebook, X, Twitter, TikTok. Especially go to our YouTube page. If you're watching us, make sure you like, you subscribe. Looking forward to more great content next week. Anything before we go, bro?
Shoot, man, let's sit back. Guess we're going to watch some college basketball this weekend.
Absolutely. We got to
watch the Rockets kick that ass.
We got to watch college basketball and start heating up on the NBA. Oh, you reminded me. Look out for our NBA only show coming real soon. We're going to tease it a little bit with one of our In the Tunnel Sports Media segments we got coming up. But we got an NBA only show coming real soon, so check us out. Have a great weekend.
And speaking of basketball, be looking out on the Willow Ridge documentary coming out soon. We'll give you an update on that. On my man Malik
I love it. Peace.